Alrighty. Hello, and happy Thursday, happy Friday, Junior. Hope everybody's had a good week so far. We're almost at the weekend once again. Today, we'll be playing a game that's a little bit further down on the list here because we have just a lot of long games back to back here, so I want to do something short. And I did want to play a gacha game today. So, today...
First blood.
Hello. Today we're going to be playing Kona, which is a fairly brief, fairly short detective game. And a little neat thing I saw today is because there's a detective game sale on Steam. I got this for $1.50. So I'm very happy about that. But we're going to be traveling to northern Canada today to investigate some definitely not Wendigo based attacks and uncover the mystery of what's going on up here in the wilderness. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Yeah, this game is cheap as hell. I think the actual sale normal retail price is like $20. It was on a deep discount because of the detective game sale event on Steam. I should honestly probably look at some more of those. I think there might be some more games in there that I would be interested in my free time. Is Batman on sale? Ooh, that's a good question. It might be. It very well might be. It would make a ton of sense, honestly, yeah. This one's also a survival game of sorts as well, so I think I have to take care of my my needs and stuff here. Make sure I don't starve or freeze. We're gonna drop this all to about 80. Apply. What does Kona mean? Does it mean dog? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I feel like there's a motion blur setting. I can feel it in my gut. Field of view go up to 90 for sure, definitely. Yep. They disabled it by default. I like these guys already. Alright, this should be good. This should be good. Okie dokie. Let's get started. Six slave slots, okay. We go the first one, sure. October 1970, Northern Quebec. Quebec province.
That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea.
Got the Ring of Power as a necklace. What?
He's been working as a
You haven't watched Lord of the Rings.
William Hamilton, a rich
It's like, what, you just got it because it was cool?
touch with him regarding a simple
Damn, I was alive during this. What?
Right home with him. Not worth hiring a private eye either.
Brother.
So he can drive for hours.
I'm not in my mid to late 50s,
That's how it had always
okay?
been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh shit, I can drive? I drive.
They had set up to
Got it from the bro for Christmas, hell yeah.
his client's business.
He's expecting me to watch it.
Actually, the
You should,
entire
it's a good
village
series.
had William Hamilton's name written all
It's a
over
good
it.
series. It's a reason there's such a massive cult following. Monk with the Monkey movie? What? The Monkey movie?
When the roads were bad, muddy, or
Pardon?
slippy,
I beg
it was
pardon?
customary
War
around
of the
these
Planet of
roads
the
to
Apes.
close them off.
Okay, I mean, that's good
It's
too.
also necessary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Long live Caesar, long may it reign. How often does a road need to be closed to require 2 picnic tables at its gate? Oh, empty ball. That's an ominous. Can I go up the tower, sir? Thank you. Fred's been begging you to watch it. It's good. You should. Hand warmers? Wire or fence cutters? Bolt cutters? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Sure. Got an inventory button? Kind of. Kind of. Inch. Interesting. Consumable. Cigarettes. Oh yeah. Equipment. Flashlight, map, journal, camera. Enhance. Okay, we are there. We need to go there. Alright, let's get it. Oh, and on a side note, since you're here, we're gonna be playing Road 96 again tomorrow. Assuming we get no redeems today. We're gonna be finishing that up tomorrow. Flyer. Brochure 1, page 1. Manistan. I will say it's Manistan. It will be good. And then there's French. Dunya fait bon vivre? Not sure what that means. Oh god, it's so much of this is in French. Oh, there's a translation. It will be good. I got it. Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources, so why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might, will be awakened. At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, caribous, bears, partridges. Perhaps they're in a pear tree of sorts. Foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of the Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Whoa, okay. If you say so, buddy. Come discover the North and experience a genuine white jungle. Crazy. The county of Manistan and its people wish to see you very soon. Wow.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long.
Let's turn up voices. We turn up voices. Everything else can stay where it is. Supply. Boom.
Long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
I drive.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes.
Hit yourself by accident.
Him enough to go on.
You should stop hitting yourself, buddy.
Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Oh my god! Okay. A few hours later. We were going pretty fast on a one-lane road.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Oh, shit. Well, the car is, fucked. Title. Plate change. I don't have any chains. This car is not getting out of here, buddy. I'm in bad shape. I need to heal up before going any further. Really? It ain't that cold, bro. It's not just snow. It's wind too.
Cold. The driver had taken off.
That's the shit that'll get you, bro.
Check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
That fucking wind chill will get your ass, bro. Steal his car. Wear his clothes. Isabel. Understaffed car is less accurate and runs shorter distances. Okay.
Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was.
Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Okay. You say so, buddy. Put the map away. Give me this.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
I didn't think about taking it. I took it. Inventory. Oh. Consumables. Health. Heal. Did I use it? Oh, I think we did. I think we did. Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
And warm up? Okay. What if I,
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to find someplace warm.
Oh my god, are we gonna die here? Oh, station, dead god. Oh! Heat sources prevent Carl from freezing to death and save the game. Cool!
Even better than he had hoped.
There's the chains.
Carl Colbert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
Start fire. I need wood. We're missing a component. I need the wood. I found the wood. Fire. Yeah, buddy. Woo. Okay. Nice and toasty. Hell, am I on this map? Okay, cabin. Car. Whose house is that? Couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. But, we're using it. Very briefly here.
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Case of vandalism, meet a general store tomorrow at 11 a.m. Car crash. The weather is crazy here. An error margin of 30 Fahrenheit. What? Ajuli, aka today, Monday. Wait, is it Monday? Monday, Marty, McP. No, it's Sunday. Today is Sunday. But yeah, it's 22 degrees with the snow and the wind chill. It's crazy. Okay, so case of vandalism. Son of a wealthy Chicago banker, Hamilton made his own gold rush in Norfolk, Quebec, where he established a copper mine and helped his family's small fortune thrive. Okay, it's a mining town. You can't make a fortune without breaking a few lives. That's the saying Hamilton lives by. The expansion of his copper mine certainly did not help him make new friends. Oh, you don't say! You don't say! What's 52 to Celsius? I mean, it would be... They said 30-degree margin of error, so it's actually 22 Fahrenheit. So 22 to Celsius, I don't know. Single digits, probably? Hamilton is accusing the Cree people of attacking his estate. Oh, he's fucking with the natives, bro. He's cooked. That's... Yeah, you're cooked, bro. Got me out here investigating shit. About to get me eaten by a Wendigo, bro. We are in Wendigo territory. There's a trap. Basically. Basically, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was a waste of my time. Getting cold for nothing. We can start a fire outside too if we so wish. I do not wish. I will happily take a log down. Find me. Couple more logs for the road. You know how we go. You know how we do. So I found wheel chains for the wheels. Well, I don't know if that's enough. Do I need more? We're gonna lay change. We're gonna lay the change. We need more, don't we? We need more, don't we? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's try. See if we can get out of here. I feel like we should shovel our way out a little bit better, but... Oh no, we just... That's how chains work, I guess. Sure. Back the thing way up. Whoa. We can slow down. We have low visibility. I don't want to crash a second time. That's how chain works, then you know. I'm pretty certain chains don't work like that. We would have been spinning our wheels for a while if we didn't attempt to dig our wheels out at least a little bit. But video game logic, am I right? Can't see shit. Where am I? Okay, we're at like a bend here. Recon
Spread
this
out
shit.
on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry. Now wasn't a good time to wander about. Hamilton was still out there.
Okay, I can't step out the car to look at the sign. I think it said bienvenue, which means welcome in French. There's your vocab for today. Whoa, we overshot. What's over here? Someone's house? Go to map. Zoom. Enhance. Potentially someone's place. What in reverse? Yeah, 1556. We hit a loading zone. Oh, whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. It was too fast. Roy's house. Okay.
Carl was dying to stretch his legs, but he had to stay focused on the task at hand.
Oh my god, narrator, let me explore, brother. Gonna put me in the freaking Arctic tundra, let me get out and walk around, stretch the legs, stretch the hammies. Okay, we're back on the road. We're gonna hit the loading zone again? No? Okay, alright. We gotta drive all the way up there to Hamilton then? Let's do it. Whoa! Alright, do not read the map and drive. Ill-advised.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Oh, how convenient. That was a tree. Woo! Narrowly avoided it. Okay, I'm not in charge of the driving. This is automated. Alright, fill her up. That sounds familiar.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Interesting. I'm gonna do a pro gamer move. And smoke a cigarette right here.
Like many of his contemporaries.
Right in front of the
Felt
pump.
like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking.
Nothing? There's no interaction there? Okay.
Personal breathing assistant. A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Interesting. I gotta take a dump. Oh, ooh. Excuse me. It's empty. It won't let me interact with it either, so no dumps for me. No taking dumps.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something
Dogs.
from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Very interesting.
found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
Alright, okay.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
Interesting. Is that a person? Looks like it. Unlock. Locked. Okay. Okay. Cut that open. Thank God for the bow cutters.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Oh!
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out.
Bloody handprint on him.
Only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
This is a mess. Yeah, no kidding.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Mysterious unbranded cans. I don't know how mysterious that is exactly, but sure. Envelope. Torn envelope.
Inside that envelope, Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Mr. John Vaux, Montreal. Center of Direction and Information. Okay. So is it empty or something? Wait, how much film do I have? I get a limited film? 27. Okay. Envelope torn open, addressed to the Secret Service. So I remember correctly, this whole thing is more intricate than it seems. The caribou footprints? Oh, really? Something very weird ice very weird ice earlier. Need to be lit up from within. I've never seen anything like it. Didn't know the chemical process in which pictures reveal invisible prints. I have to say, it looks entirely supernatural. Interesting. Accident. I haven't been this shaken up since Korea. We were in the Korean War? What the fuck? Okay. Sure. Abandoned car. Who's the driver? Whoever it was, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell if they intend to continue on foot. Besides, why did they leave so suddenly? Nice looking bit of poetry in the back of a beautiful face. That reckless driver was also an alcoholic. Okay. We have iron lockbox with the initials. It was like WSH or WCH. It's hard to tell what that middle one is there. A lockbox. Would it be wrong to look inside? Surely I would find some clues as to who the reckless driver was. I still need to find the key, though. Okay. Well, we got tidbits and information here. It's a flashlight. Didn't even travel half the province of Quebec to come here. Jeez. Alright.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Oh, shit. Anywho, broken clock. Convenient. Tape. Matches. Nope. Customer credit.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was
That's
far
how it
more
reads.
interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Got a ledger. Garage key. That's good. Money. Sale. Seriously? That's not the button? Wait. $1. Sale. Come on, this isn't electric. This is mechanical. Hitting the sale button doesn't open it? Okay, maybe it does use power. Excuse me.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
You know what, Hamilton?
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Oh, that's the note. I'm like, what is he narrating? You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take a risk by going to work. Customers can catch it, right? I'm a wise man of sorts. Not to worry. I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the store, unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you, after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Giles. Okay, well, that's how we turn on the pump, unfortunately. That slid far. Unfortunately, we have no power. Still work? Come on, that has to be like battery powered, right? Fuck off. Coffee house.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Understandable.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Secretary wouldn't be in luxury in here. Okay. Cash register instructions. Open the cash register. Punch the price. 2 numbers minimum. Press sale. Turn the crank 2 times. Punch the machine. Doesn't work. Oh. Quebex. Klondike. Okay. North of Quebec's economy is booming. The north of, that's a word, area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering thanks to the hard labor of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in expanding Quebec's national wealth, mines, and hydroelectricity. Cool. Hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream. Turn it into your reality now. The mines, a section in full expansion. Did you know that since 1960, Canada tripled the amount of resources, royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospital depends on minerals. Exploiting our resources, the road to our future. The country of Manistan, or county, excuse me, and its people wish to see you very soon. Neat. Also serves as a post office for the locals. Oh. I see.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already. A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store. seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Okay. We need to get the power back on. That's the long and short of it. Oh, the wind. Alright, we need to fix this.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
We need something to grab that with. Can you... There you go. Close the door. We need like forceps or something, right? Those are scissors. Or maybe it's a pair of pliers. If that's the case, it's probably in the garage. Ah! Key. Post key. Hell yeah. That's for out. Out front? I'm in the mood to drink maple syrup. There. Radiator.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
Valid. Okay. Here we go. Gun!
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Thank you, narrator. Letter from Hamilton. It is as a citizen of Her Majesty in the free economic chambers of the world that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from the country. I believe the free world is endangered. Member of my community, the Honorable. Oh, that's it? Okay. Is there not a body in here? Okay. Nice car. The cleanest spot in the area. Hardware. Ah, pliers, yep. Okay, so now we can fix the generator. Makes sense. At least we know it's fragile. Oh, yes, of course.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
And in the back.
The poor thing was out of power.
Okay, alright, okay. Not doing anything. Rescue. Nothing. Fix generator. Okay. Turn it on. Alright. Store on?
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Lights are on. nothing with the phone. So we turn the pump on. Pump is on. Fill up the tank.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Yep. Close it. Close the door. Thank you. Go here.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Garage going. There's nothing out here to jump scare me. It's just the great freezing cold north. Oh, wait, is the power not on?
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
Okay.
The poor thing was out of power.
What did I mess up? Open. On. Okay. Power on. Radio? Nope. Hate that. Okay. Lift. Okay. Crowbar.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
It's something. Okay. I think we're good for now then. Know what else is out here. We saw those wolves go off over in this direction.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
Alright. I think it's time to head out. Alright, we need to go to one of these nearby houses. Two behind us. I think, yeah, there's three behind us, actually. Go check those out. Whoa, okay, not that way. Oh, yeah, that's the thing that fell and took out the line, then. The tree. Noted. Put it in reverse, bud. Put it in reverse. So we go for the farthest one first, then we work our way back up. Am I on the road? I'm on the road. Just barely. It's coming up on our right. Okay, we're loaded. We're loaded. Hello? Roy? We fled. It was getting too dangerous. More people live in North Manistan. It will be safer there. Gene Roy. Okay.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
Novel page? The fantasy, page 1. Mateo had yet to add murder to his curriculum. He's fond of new experiences, especially the most thrilling ones, and taking the life of a flesh and bone individual who the night before was still able to think, dream, fantasize, calculate, read, held the promise of exhilarating sensations. Unlike Roskolov? I'm sure I butchered that. It is what it is. It wasn't about accident, old Jewish hag. Jesus Christ. What? To pieces to test some lunatic theory. Not at all, Mateo. Just wanted to know how it felt. It seems so simple. Horribly simple. What the fuck is this, bro? He didn't have any particular victim in mind. Like most people, his desires ran quite wildly, so he only had a vague idea of them in mind. He pondered using a rifle or a knife, assassinating a young girl or an old man. He tried to focus on practicability, excuse me. His victim would have to be defenseless. Bodybuilding wasn't exactly Mateo's strong suit. He would have to act spontaneously, but not too much. He wasn't that eager to learn what spending the rest of his life in prison would be like. Some experiences carry just too high a cost to be worth it, really. What the fuck? Okay. Sure. Are you cooking something? Well, we can tell. Ah! What is this? Matches. Okay. Whole loaf of bread just on the counter. Fill up a bottle? Sure. Water bottle. Okay. Got some orange juice in here. Got some margarine. I got a lot of orange juice in here. Good lord. Oh, there's a cabinet here. Sure, I'll take that, sure. You know what? I'm starting to fire. Warming up, saving.
Just one more move and White is checkmated. Game over. It seems the game was abandoned right before the final strike came down. Simone de Beauvoir, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Hannah Arendt, Roland Barthes. Carl was surprised by the literature filling this liberal-leaning bookcase. Could there really be intellectuals dwelling in this far-off land? The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after. The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends.
Right there in front of the door, yeah?
A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
Okay. The light is on in the bathroom still, so yeah, they definitely left quickly. Not in there. Take painkillers, hell yeah. Cigarettes in there. Okay. Another note. I'm not reading this, bro. Monopoly, if you win, you go. Or Kona Monopoly, if you win, you win if you pass, go. Oh god, okay.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Third page of novel. Okay.
A murderer's diary.
Fourth page of
Carl's detective training compelled him to write some excerpts down. What sort of monster could give life to such a bizarre tale?
Trapped out here in the Canadian wilderness. Writing true crime novels.
Not a single weapon was left. All of them were gone.
All the guns. Ah, we got 303. Don't know if that necessarily fits the revolver, but we can see. Oh, I guess it does. 3 bullets. We can load 3 rounds. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna get the crowbar back out. Yeah, I see you, wolves. What's good, baby? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. You gonna learn today, bro.
Never thought he would be dancing with the wolves.
What's wrong, bro? I thought you wanted to fight. Yeah, scamper off, bro. More where that came from. What's this shack we got over here? Beer? Beer? Let's fucking go. Flare. Magnet. Okay. Bullets. Alright. Dome. Fire starter. A lot of stuff in here. Hammer. Oh yeah. Patches.
Not too shabby. Carl felt he needed to protect himself.
Yeah, from wolves. Start getting too many bright ideas, the wolves. Alright, let's head back up to the house up here. Get up. Hill. Get up the hill. There you go. Nice and warm. Oh, that's the cabin way down there. Okay, so we've been to Roy's house. Let me go to that one too. Hamilton's place way up there. Okay, so we should go to Bedard's house next. Just up the road and on the left there. Alright, gotta take the hat? No? Okay, fine. Wine. Off we go. We're gonna hang a left out of here, go up the road, and then the next one should once again be on our left. How quickly it's coming up. I think it's this next section. Yes, right here. The other one's right across. Yeah, right across. Looks like they still got power. Nope. Arm ourselves. Hatchet.
An aging car was parked here. Carl could picture the notary's heavy sedan with a huge back seat large enough to fit the whole family.
Looks like it leaked oil. Inventory's full, really?
A true Catholic always strives to keep lowly temptations at bay.
Small key.
Obviously, Carl thought, someone in this house wasn't doing a good job at upholding the Holy Bible's teachings.
Someone had to hide their habit. Okay, that's why there's so many beer bottles. It's like red stripes, actually. Hmm. Alright, hold on. Deposit. Hammer, magnet. Keep the hatchet. The logs. Wait, not my cigarettes. Fuck. No, I want to put the matches in there. There we go. Alright. There's a gas can in there. It's definitely feels like that's useful. Pick this up. Beer bottle, cigarettes. Empty gas can. Okay, so wait, we need to go back to the gas station then, yeah? Definitely gonna need that. Deposit. Gas can. Hardware. We have a flare. We can put a flare in there too, why not? Another beer bottle.
Carl smiled at the sight of the nicely protected garden. Hopefully, the Bedards had managed to dig every last potato out before the sudden snowfall.
Hopefully.
What was even the point of locking your door if everyone hid their key in the same place? Carl was starting to feel like his investigator life lacked challenge.
Go in.
The house smelled like incense, the kind that reminds you of the good Lord, of peace.
Why is the narrator so biblical with his references? Enough food for rough times. Oh, were they preppers? There's just always so much orange juice. No loose change in the cracks. Oh, there are a lot of crosses in here. Starter. Attach wire. Oh. Film. Wait, on the phone? Hold on. Wait just a gosh dang second. Draw. Magnet. Matches. Lock. A bit. The lights on. Wired magnet. Okay. That's definitely going to be useful for something down the line, I imagine. Fish jumping out of the water, I assume.
Good Paul 6, appearing papal. His crooked fingers gave the impression he was about to bestow a miracle.
TV's on the other side. Oh, interesting. Yeah, why is this facing? How did they draw the sun? With the edge of sketch. Yo, how did they do that? Huh. Much more skilled than I. A steak? 2 steaks. Sure. Just
religion was very influential throughout Quebec many years ago. Indeed, it was surprising that Carl did not come across a single chapel since arriving here. The perfect cookie-cutter Catholic family, most likely attending church every Sunday. The family's mother must have spent her days washing the filth off her kids' diapers.
Oh my god, that's what those are. Hanging diapers, Jesus.
The empty cradle sent an eerie feeling down Carl's spine, as if minutes ago someone just grabbed the baby and made a run for it. Who knew that giraffes thrived in the North Pole? The craze for toys was stupefying. Love of religion and ancestors was rooted deep inside the hearts of Canadians of old, to which the Bedards appeared to be closely related.
The kids' room? Works of art from a future artist. He's a diary.
Jean-Luc Bédard had without a doubt been the closest man in the village to William Hamilton, otherwise known as Uncle Willie.
August 16th, I have a diary just like Mom. Unlike her, though, I don't wear a long face when writing, but I do love to write my thoughts, and about Martin, most of all. I love talking about him. I think he loves me too, just like in Romeo and Juliet. People don't like it when I see him, only because he's a... What? Is that his last name? I'm assuming that's his last name. But just like in the story, nothing can stand in the way of true love. August 18th. Oh, wait. 2 days. 2 days after. August 18th, I lost appetite. I can't sleep anymore. Every waking hour, intense shivers run through my body. Dad's making me see the doctor, Beaupre, with his big hands touching me everywhere. His foul breath exhaling all over my face. Yuck. I'm not sick. I'm in love. I love Martin so much. There's nothing I like better than thinking about us playing together like we always do. I wonder if he found the key I lost the other day. He was pretty sad when I did, because it's for his dad's garden shed. Oh! Yeah, we found the key. And Martin has always been afraid of him. I think Martin's dad's a bit like Dad's god. The key fell in a burrow next to the shed. Poor Martin. Cried like a baby, but I still love him. Wait. I wasn't done reading. Did I close it on accident? There has to be more, right? Yeah, there you go. August 24th. Mom often cries when she feels lonely. I think there's no reason for her to cry. Mom can be stupid sometimes. Dad works a lot because of that wealthy Englishman buying everything. That's what notaries do. They make sure that people get what they're paying for, basically. It's complicated, but that's how Dad explained it to me. The rich guy doesn't look half as bad as Martin told me he was. When I saw him this morning at Dad's office, he told me, call me Uncle Willie. I found that pretty funny. Plus, he gave me candy. Okay, it was kind of old and dry, but still candy. I think Dad gets along well with Uncle Willie because when he's with him, he laughs the same way he does at Father Label. Or La Belle. September 22nd. Oh, it's like a full month later. I had to gobble up Dr. Dupree's horrible medicine because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have made it to Christmas, or so he said. I haven't seen Martin in weeks, nor did I go to school for that matter. Dad has been praying beside my bed every morning for a while now, and at bedtime too. Today he went hunting with Uncle Willie. He told me to ask God to bless him with my prayers. I think this has to do with the medicine that only the richest of rich can afford. Dad told me he'll be praying for Uncle Willie until the day he dies, and that I should do the same. God, Father LaBelle, and now Uncle Willie. I wonder when Dad finds the time to pray for Santa Claus. September 28th. How can Mom be so stupid? And she's getting fat too. She cries like a newborn puppy all the time. It's so annoying. I came across Martin today. He seemed pretty thin and maybe kinda 30. He doesn't look as neat and presentable as Uncle Willie, that's for sure. Parents' room. What? What did I just write down? Sylvie's diary. 14th.
The guards had vacated the premises. Carl gathered they would be of no help.
Jean-Luc never had a knack for mathematics. Try as he might, he's never realized that it simply cannot be the father of the child I'm bearing. But how can I be so sure? I have to keep this a secret. Oh, cool! Infidelity! Fantastic. At least until the time is right when it'll be safe. Dr. Bupre told me it would start showing soon, that I couldn't keep it hidden forever. Gotta muster courage. He said with his usual condescending tone, courage to face what's coming, but he doesn't get it at all. For him, I just had some childish affair. He doesn't realize I brought eternal damnation upon myself. September 14th. Marie's very sick and Jean-Luc plunges into despair. I told him nothing about the evil growing inside me. Sometimes I get the feeling he can see right through me. My Marie's suffering, and I'm the one to blame. Oh, Lord Almighty, why do children have to pay for their parents' sins? Marie has recovered, but there's something really gloomy about her now. She always seems so sad. Maybe she caught a glimpse of what dying is like. What if she's an unhappy child now because of me? Jean-Luc truly honored me 2 nights ago. If the baby makes it, maybe Dr. Bupre could convince him he was born prematurely. It's my only way out. We're heading to Lac St. Jean tomorrow to visit Jean-Luc's mother. I need to. The situation is untenable and we fare the worse. Trying to pass off the baby as her husband's baby. Jesus, man. Okay. We got dream catchers here.
Dream catchers originated from First Nations legends. They were used to trap nightmares.
I guess I should probably be taking pictures of stuff, shouldn't I? Equipment. Camera. Zoom. Picture. Okay. Oh, there are wolves out here. Noted. Check your shit out. Hatchet. Spawn? It's a Pokemon?
The flames won't grow without some help. Other materials were required.
Or sorry, it's a Digimon, excuse me. I literally read it, and my mind still told me that said Pokemon. Jesus Christ. My bad. Oh, fuck. A Digimon. A digital monster. Ivy. We're up in northern Canada today, investigating the murder of our employer.
Shut up, Stinky.
Oh, okay. Well, I deserve that. It's also cold as heck out here.
Shut up, Stinky. Shut up, Stinky.
Making me moonwalk and shit.
Shut up, Stinky.
Alright. Well, I think we just, warm up a bit then. Make sure I did read this right. Burrow next to the shed. Burrow next to the shed. So the shed's here. Wood. This is definitely not it. Oh, it's a hammer again. Don't think we need that, but there it is. I don't know what his burrow is, so we're gonna go. Go to the next place. Come on, spin it around. Let's get out of here. Where are we going? Basically right here. Basically right here. Okay. Loaded screen. That's interesting. What we got here? Nice trailer.
The crossbow bolt stuck into the wooden stairs reminded Carl of the arrow that was said to have hit Achilles' heel.
That thing is burning.
Was the intended Achilles this time?
That is a burning crossbow bolt. Okay. I feel like I should take out the hatchet. Tell him what we're gonna stumble upon here. Check around the back first. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's no bueno. Whoa. Definitely keep that. We'll keep that. Someone fucking died up here.
The air was freezing, right down to the bone. The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snapped. What a waste. Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Let's explore the rest of the house. See if there's any more surprises before we address the very obvious elephant in the room, yeah? Unpack bosses suggest they just moved here. Damn, that's unlucky. It's like they were repainting the whole house. Interesting.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought.
Yeah.
Given the punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional.
You have to find a clock that works.
A sudden cold snap struck Carl, who felt like he was pulled into a dream.
Oh? Oh!
Something was hidden under the stairs.
Okay.
The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him.
Footsteps.
Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately.
Okay.
It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house.
Yeah, they're all hiding things. Why are we seeing visions? Because I guess that's what happens when you're a detective.
Carl felt the cold slowly dissipate and was brought back to reality. Giselle was now only ice, and all that was left of her voice was a diary. She confided in this diary, amongst other things, the tragic story of a young woman, a victim. Was this what she was hiding?
September. Mother once told me when I first met Giles that I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot, and as the years fly by, I'm seeing the truth of her words. Always trust your mother's wisdom. That blackmailing scheme is a prime example of Giles' brightness. He's like a small dog. He thinks he's bigger than he actually is. He growls, genuinely thinking he's scary, but everyone knows he can be pushed aside with just a little kick. He truly believes he can blackmail Hamilton, the big boss himself. It's going to be a long time in hell before my poor Giles can manage to pull off such a feat. After all, Hamilton's a rich, learned, and influential man. Not only is the blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest, Giles is way out of his league, but Giles doesn't even know he's actually going to carry this out. Oh, no, how? I see. I don't even think he ever would. He's just throwing random threats out loud in the kitchen. He says he'll do it eventually, but I know better. Successfully blackmailing requires masterful cunning, and Giles is master of nothing. He is a slave and forever will be. Jesus. I often look at that safe he keeps hidden in the fake wall in which he stores all these incriminating documents he intends to use. I just can't come to grips with the sheer ridiculousness of the whole thing. Is it true that Hamilton would still have to figure out the combination of the safe where everything is hidden? Only problem is Giles himself tends to forget the combination. He has a trick to help him remember. His father's first initials followed by 3 numbers, added to engrave behind his pendant. Who could possibly have a hard time remembering 3 simple numbers but my Giles? His father's first initials followed by 3 numbers. October. Giles has trouble sleeping. He would frail his arms and legs in his sleep. I've told him this blackmail business would be hard on him, but that's the problem with idiots. They always think they're the smartest person around. No matter how hard you try to shake them, Hamilton will find out, and then we're done for. We'll have to move to Val de Rule and live with the small fry. I'm shaking as I'm writing this. I can't believe I have taken part in this tragedy. I haven't done anything. Why do I feel so guilty? Poor girl, she was so young. Did y'all kill somebody? Oh, shit. What the fuck did y'all do?
Ah, moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
Random dominoes and dice in there, okay. There's the safe.
Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar. The general store, along with several more infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown.
Founded by Bertrand Lachance more than 20 years ago, the general store, better known as Chez Lachance, is one of Manistan's economic mainstays since the passing of its aged owner. However, business wasn't as blooming as it once was. Giles Lachance, inheritor of the establishment, had no choice but to sell everything to William Hamilton, the rich and famous businessman who sparked a major controversy last year when he announced the reopening and expansion of his copper mine. As of now, operations at the general store are expected to remain unchanged despite the change of hands. Giles Lachance was still helms the register. So it's the initials are B something L? Second. Documents. Father's first initial followed by 3 numbers. Oh, wait. So it's just B and then numbers.
It felt like old people were all these walls could see for years. The Lachances could hardly be blamed for wanting to freshen things up a bit.
Turn frame. B. Latrons. 1948, yeah.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in. What a mess. Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable. Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in. A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Box full of Harlequin novels? Okay.
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Didn't like the look of this place.
Many boxes scattered about.
Okay, alright, okay. Thank you, sir.
Training to quickly figure that the Lachances had just moved in. Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love. The cross looked after a marriage's well-being and served as a motivator to uphold the priest's sermons calling for more little worshippers on one hand and cautioning against guilty pleasures on the other. Indeed, the Lachances were still part of the God-fearing generation.
Okay. So we need to find him in order to do this.
Moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
Nope. At least we know it's B. Let's start with that. Alright. Let's... There's the other house. But we don't have the key to the garden. I don't think we do, at least. So I guess we can go, go to the lake? Go across that way? Maybe just follow the road for a bit. And then we make a left turn when possible. Well... Crash truck.
That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not. The punishing cold rendered the door frozen tight. Carl saw no way to open it.
No? I can't just freaking hatchet it open? Okay, fair. Fair enough. You serious? There. We're out. Open. Open. Switch you over to off, on. Put the pump on. There we go out. We're gonna fill up. There's a gas can here. Oh, I can't fill up the gas can. Really? Inventory. Gas can. Wow. Felt like that would have made a lot of sense, but I guess not. Never mind. Might be. Using my brain here. I guess we go check out the other houses then. So that goes across over that way. It's not necessarily where we want to go. You go left, so we're gonna go this way. Yeah, buddy. All right. Okay. Seemed very rickety for a bridge, but I made it across, no issue. First one, I think we do the same thing. Go to the last one, work our way back. So far, all we've been able to see is everyone else in town is basically left, but we have a potential suspect in Gills. Whoa. Wait a second. Definitely did not like her employer. Journal. General store's manager wife is frozen. It's behind this. Okay, we got a picture. What it's worth, Vision told me that things weren't going so well between the Johnses. They were hiding many secrets from each other deep down. Diary speaks volumes. I'm here as I'm walking about. I don't like that. Hatch it out. Get in the car. Keep going. Some more. Aha. Okay. Like a caribou and or deer hoof. That doesn't look good. Brother, hatchet. Need the hatchet. Take the hatchet out. Okay. Nothing else to see here. Back in the car. Keep it moving. Hit this last house. The end of the way here. Dead end. Oh, loaded screen. Avenue. Break the lock. Oh. Open. cul-de-sac.
Sometimes, and especially around here, people are so possessive with their land as a dog is with hydrants.
Got a package. Letter for Lamont. Dear Mr. Lamont, here is the spark plug you ordered for your Olympic ski-doo. This model being very popular has made it difficult to find a brand new part as quickly as usual. Thank you for choosing the garage, pot van, and fee in city. Sincerely, Gates and Potvin. Okay. Spark plug. Cool.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
We're like halfway through the somebody else is frozen in there.
Perhaps someone was expecting an important call. In any case, that person's in for a long wait. Carl already noticed that telephone services weren't provided in this area.
Stove. Let's warm up here. Fire starters. We need fire starters. Oh shit. How are we looking? Not ideal. Fire starters. Okay, we'll be back. Hold on. We're on to the truck.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good finder.
Shut it. Give me one of these. Give me two of these, actually.
He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamott's lands. Carl deducted this was a map of the area. Were those pins pointing to places of interest? Carl deducted this was a map of the area. Were those pins pointing to places of interest?
Interesting. I should probably take a picture of that, yeah? Do we have a light switch anywhere? Dude. Okay. Pick this shit up. The power of flash photography. Is that the only place? Wait. It's these two here, right? Those three spots right down there. Okay. Keep that. That's for me. Hatchet. Alright. Police letter. Dear Mr. Lamont.
Roswell. Atamipek. Same story. Large deserts conducive to extravagant follies.
This is a follow-up on a complaint. I'm afraid that the police cannot support your claim alleging the sudden appearance of a man who came from outer space in your village's territory. Manifestly, what happened at Roswell, New Mexico left a deep impression on you, and we would urge you to consult with a physician as soon as possible regarding future potential complaints. Let it be known that the judicial district does not believe in little green men. Ah, aliens.
The man has a passion for intergalactic things.
Oh, he wants to believe.
People were obviously scared of the Russian atomic bomb, but an invasion by extraterrestrials was a legit fear as well. Seems like the mechanic had made his choice.
What was
Weird
this?
stuff. Kind of a crossing between a colander and a hairdryer. What was it for? To play telepath? To protect against nuclear waves?
It's like a tinfoil cap, bro. You put a TV antenna on. This parts manual. Manufacturer's manual 1. Page 1. Suspension. Suspension has way too many parts. Taking a puzzle apart is easier, but putting it back together is another story. I patched everything up with the tracks. I left them close by. Ski. Don't drink and work. Don't drink and work. Don't drink and work. I'm misplacing parts of the machine. Regent came to help me work on the machine yesterday afternoon. For the most part, he helped me chug my bottles down to the last drop. I think we tried to ski or something. Bad idea. Still haven't found that one ski we lost in the process. Body. That would make a nice beach car pad. I just need to get all the parts to reassemble it. Beach chair pad. I see. Electrical. The lamp is pretty well made. Suitable for use even in the harshest of winters. I think I'll place it on my top secret prototype in the garage. Space has got to be pitch black and damn cold after all. Theory. I'll have to hurry up and fix the machine if I'm going to travel around the powder snow all winter. I've managed to untangle and replace the brake cables. Dead on time for October. Now, how about a nice and light blanket of early snow to let the fun begin? Notes. 1969, stunts, they're a blast when you're 12, and you go ahead and break your brother's old bicycle, I suppose. Well, I managed to damage my beautiful brand new snowmobile after only 2 days of acrobatics. Fixing it up would take a while. I'm thinking a year at the very least. Damn. March 1970, need to get my hands on a yellow suit. From the helmet that goes with it, just like an ad. I'll order them from the bay. September 70. I think I'm done. All that's left is install the parts, get the spark plugs I've ordered back in August, and still haven't received. Find a snowmobile's ignition key. I think it's on my bunch of keys, which should be on the generator panel in my top secret workshop down south, in which I'm working on my equally top secret machine. Anyways, gotta find that key. Now that I siphon off the snowmobile's gas to fight my truck, I'll have to refuel it if I'm wandering into snowbanks at some point. Got it. Yep, that's it. Okay, just making sure. Garlic to repel vampires, or else. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even see that garlic up there. Jeez.
These scribblings were undoubtedly the mark of a tormented mind. Something wasn't right in the poor mechanic's head.
Just like he's drawing the same woman over and over, yo. It's like 4 different sketches of that. Spaceship blueprint.
If some daring person could manage to get their hands on the missing parts, Carl was willing to bet that the craft would have taken flight.
It's a rock collector. Doing roadsides is prohibited by law. He does say. Okay. Looks like everything of interest inside the shed. Just one ski. There's the bench. Colors are always welcome in a monochrome world, real. Mowing the lawn is unnecessary at this time. No kidding. Fire starter.
By following the plan, Carl was led to believe that the snowmobile's parts had to be scattered about in the vicinity.
I have one ski. I need more. Oh, wait. The gas can. We need to find that. I'm good. Another ski.
What good was a motorless car? The mechanic sure had an odd way to go about repairing things.
To withdraw a gas can. Take the gas can. Here.
Well, this truck's not going anywhere.
Oh no.
Where were the amputated parts? Carl grinned as he pictured a Frankenstein-esque car lying around somewhere made of parts from a dozen different vehicles.
Not in the bed. Can't open it. Can't pop the hood or anything. Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Hamilton, I won't be your dog anymore. Skis. Boom. Gas can. Rack. Lighted handlebars, okay.
Another worrisome victim of this ice. This one seemingly petrified in action. The poor man, before being frozen solid, seemed to have been defending the entrance to his cabin. But from what?
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Bucket? Something bucket. Something in the bucket.
Something very important must have been in there for the man to take such time and effort to hide it. But Carl didn't know how to reach it.
Picture that for sure. Keep that.
The week of October 5th, thought Carl. That was this week. The plug should have been here by now.
Or spark plug. Okay, we have that though. Green milk for little green men. Okay. Sure. So much orange juice. Use steel traps not to be touched. Handlebar. Interesting.
To all appearances, Carl concluded, the owner of the place had moved more essentials from his house inside the garage. Peculiar man indeed.
Some things are right when your bed is in your garage. Yeah, no kidding. Magazine?
The very first steps of man on the moon were made more than a year ago. The event had surely captivated the mechanic's mind for him to still keep this around.
Oh, wow. You're up in North Canada investigating some deaths here. People are being frozen to death. Use the magnet? Nope. Help me. How the hell do I get that? Homemade flying saucer never ceases to amaze me. Repair?
The shape of this machine, almost straight out of Star Trek, was out of the ordinary to say the least. It felt like this thing could fly up into space at any moment.
I need duct tape. And I can fix that. The light.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Really, this guy doesn't have any duct tape lying around, or? Oh, one isn't enough. Why not buy it? Brother loves his Rice Krispies. Typical day in Canada after a party. Y'all get this much snow? Track. The track should be at his hideout thing, or it. Secret project. Oh shit. A bit farther than I thought initially. I have to go that way. Okay, hold on. Let's warm up really quickly. The cause of partygoers freezing to death in Ontario is because they aren't wearing a jacket isn't pretty. Fair enough. I believe it. They get real drunk, go outside, no jacket, and it's rip. Yeah, that seems about right. We're gonna have to venture out into the cold to get, I think, the last piece of his snowmobile. Secret project. It's way out here. Good hatchet. That's a wolf! You gonna be cool? You gonna be cool, wolf? Hmm? We're gonna have to swing. I don't have to swing the hatchet. Nope, he's not gonna be cool.
Carl never thought he would be dancing with the wolves.
I did not expect that to be a one-hitter quitter. Good lord. Fucking rip bozo. See you later. Oh. Interesting. There's quite a few freaking tracks there. Okay. Break defense. Yes, with the crowbar. Yes. Fire starter, we had no log. We have no log. Can I chop a tree, get log? Wait. Signs point to no. Signs point to no. Okay, we're not even that cold for real, but our brain's starting to hurt a little bit. Brain hurty for some reason. Secret project. Oh. Okay, it just wraps around, sure.
A large antenna in the middle of the path. Undoubtedly ideal in attempting to
Shut up,
communicate
Stinky.
with little green men.
Brother.
Quite awkwardly placed.
Don't do this to
There
me.
had to be a lever to control it, maybe behind it. Carl would have to figure out how to reach it.
Try to take me out, bro.
Shut up, Stinky.
Why? Why? Rude.
The electric terminals appeared to be linked together, but for what purpose?
We're starting to get cold.
Carl rejoiced at the unexpected source of heat, but not as much as his freezing hands.
Shut up, Stinky.
Radiator on, baby. Fuck yeah, blood.
Shut up, Stinky.
You enjoy making me suffer. What the hell is this, dude? I'm gonna say it probably looks like this. Yeah, wait a second. Negative. Oh, negative wraps around to something here. Jesus, I don't know what that does. Ah, so that doesn't work. I see. That also doesn't work. Or is that? That one's still getting power. Yeah, it's not connected to anything. What? Okay, alright. This is stinking music. Okay, we're gonna follow this. Let's blue wraps around to here, it goes to here, it goes to here, it goes to here, it goes into here. So, positive end needs to face that, because positive goes there. That makes sense. I'm gonna say that that one's correct. So we follow the red wire, goes down and over here. Negative, wait, that's the negative one? Yeah, so this needs to flip then, yeah? Positive into negative. Or negative into positive, rather. And then this goes to green, follow the green. What is this going? That goes to nothing. Cool. I really want to ask that. Wait, negative. Negative. The positive, and it goes to green. Green goes here. Wraps. Yeah, that goes to nothing, because that's not connected to shit. Okay, maybe this needs to flip then. Say if we flip that. The red goes to yellow. Alright. Positive end, going this way. Yellow. Oh boy, okay. Oh, it's the one above. It's like it's going this way. Wraps over to here. Goes into here. Okay. Positive, so negative needs to touch yellow. Fantastic. It took us a second.
So that's
figured
where
it
the
out.
generator key was hiding. All that was left was to use it. At last, so big an effort for an oh so tiny piece of metal.
This is axis for self-defense. There are wolves out here. And some type of creature that's freezing people. I assume that's a Wendigo. Because we are very, very deep in Wendigo territory right now. Mom put more ginger in the sorrel. She said she only put water in birds. That's how you know the ginger's working. You're in Florida? I don't think there's Wendigos in Florida. Wendigos feel like a very North, like super North American thing. Like, Wendigo territory is like most of Canada, most of northern Canada, honestly. And then like a lot of like northeastern-ish / Midwest-ish United States. So like Maine, Vermont, super far upstate New York. All Wendigo territory. You say Midwest, but it's Central. I think it got the name Midwest in the early days of the territories before the was it Louisiana Purchase and the Paris thing. We bought all that territory from the French and expanded much of America out west. I think that's what the holdover is. It's odd, I know, but that's what it's called. And the central time zone is like Illinois in that area. I just like that it's. I mean, it does sound pretty good, yeah. And even then, they were wrong. Oh, they were extremely wrong. We're gonna warm up by the fire really quickly. So we went and got the, thing at the point of interest there, right? Got that. There's an ice cave up there? God. What's the other point of interest, then? That is like... Oh, that's by, the house we found the other body. Another cave. Oh, okay. Well, it's all marked on the map, so we don't even have to look at the freaking picture we took of it now. The track? Where would the track be at? Where are I? In the game? We're in northern Canada. I think like I think we started in Montreal and then we went further up into the Quebec province. Oh, what state? Ah, I'm in the South. I'm in the South. But I'm originally from the Midwest. Nope. Wait a second. No, that's not it. That's not is it parts manual? Parts manual, right? Yep, okay. I patched up everything but the tracks. I left them close by. Interesting. It says that. But I don't know where the fuck they are. Is this? Nope, that is wood. That is a pile of wood. Oh, you're heading to Florida? Hell yeah. You pick a decent time to go. Well, we found duct tape. You picked a decent time to go. It's not too hot right now. If you go in the summer, you get the nice summer weather, but the thing they don't tell a lot of folks about Florida, most of that state is a swamp, bro. That humidity mixed with that heat is not a match made in heaven. That shit fucking sucks.
It was an indisputable fact that machines like this entailed a level of intellectual finesse that Carl was lacking.
Okay, so it blew up. It kind of started to fly, but then it blew up. That just give me an achievement, that's it? What's this? The second headlight. I still can't get that thing in the bucket, wherever it is. Wait, is this the track? No. No, clearly not. But yeah, enjoy yourself. You're loading up with Pez dispensers and stuff from Five Below. Oh man, I haven't been there in a minute. Oh. 9-hour flight, oh that's fun. I always... Any flight that I have that's longer than 3 hours, man, I always try and time it. So I can just get all my rest on the plane and be refreshed when I get back up. It works almost 100% of the time. Sometimes we wake up and there's still 2 hours left, but I think, you know, you can just... You can take that. You can take 2 hours. The tracks are literally right next to the shed. Okay, well...
A bit of gas,
Oh.
a new spark plug, and the key, and this thing would run perfectly. All he needed to do now was to find all that.
Snowmobile fixed. I drive. Florida's a fun place to visit. I don't think I'd ever live there though. No, definitely not. A buddy of mine used to live there. He hated that shit. I don't blame him, bro. Definitely go and visit.
More about this oddball mechanic. Surely he would find something somewhere on this land.
Definitely go and visit, but just visit and only visit. Snowmobile seems like it's quite a bit faster. Probably put this in here actually. Air starter. Some matches. What did I leave in the car is the question. Not much. Oh yeah, this fucking rules. This rules. Okay. You said you upgraded the car, eh? Yo, a V8? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. A Dodge Ram big over the V8. Yes, sir. What am I looking for? Okay. So before I do this, that's fine. Low speed collision. We're okay. We'll survive. Flatbed V8 for carrying around my Pez, the cheap knives in the... Whoa. Build bridge? What? Wait, hold on. Ow.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Thank you, narrator. Thank you. Look, we'll go in and warm up a little bit. Under control. Get the floor. The full Florida experience to go say hi to a gator. Oh, God. You mean a swamp puppy? I mean a swamp puppy? Did that a few years back at Gatorland. Of course that's a thing. Of course that's a thing. Why would that not be a thing? God damn it. Never got to see a gator in real life. Oh man. They're out there for sure. If you ever end up in Florida, don't get too close, but just watch. Like any body of water, there's probably a gator in there. Sometimes people find them in their pools, which is fun. Even Universal's water park. I feel like they keep a tighter leash on that whole situation there.
Carl had no idea how to interpret a message like that. On the surface, it seemed like he had one half too many of this puzzle. Enough to know he shouldn't take this testimony as gospel. The entire thing, being some punishment for a murder committed by Hamilton, seemed like an outlandish theory. Carl was doubtful.
But anything like a fountain, or like a creek, or a pond of any sort, there's probably a gator in there. I don't think a gator's getting into Universal without a wristband, bro. Not unless they have a wristband. Anywho, crazy thought, I saw something in the woods on the solemn day of October 6, 1970. No man should ever see. The aliens are here. They are roaming in our woods. They will invade us all from here down to sunny Mexico. They are massive, twice as tall as a man. They are half man, half caribou, half wolf. I'm sure the fact that I saw them means they broke their military code. They are after me. If you're reading this, it's too late. I've already been taken to the planet Ilhim. Okay. To be experimented upon in the lab. They have punished me for not doing anything when I witnessed a murder yesterday when I saw William Hamilton kill someone. Farewell. Okay, alright. Can gators survive pool water? Yeah. Probably.
The mechanic was still frozen, and Carl had everything he needed. So he felt ready to leave.
I've definitely seen videos of people having gators in their pool, so I'm gonna say yes. Put a frog in the pool and they die really quickly. Yeah, frogs are weak. Frogs are weak. Gators are literally modern day dinosaurs. They have not changed much since prehistoric times. They're like, oh yeah, no, we got this shit figured out. This is the perfect build. A murder with someone named William reminds me of someone. Is that someone purple? Are they a purple guy? Perhaps a man, even. It's coming up. We're actually about to drive right into it. Or wolf tracks. House of the Patriot, okay. Ooh, we see more ice. The creature has also been here. Oh, cold.
That truck had obviously seen its share of gravel roads. Carl wasn't a mechanic. But he could easily tell that only the most heartfelt prayer would bring this old beater back from its slumber. With that cold, however, it was more likely that it would wait until next spring to wake up.
Yep. That is, a creature.
The place looked more like a pigsty than a house. A heavy stench of curdled milk.
No one's been here for a while, then. That's what that's telling me.
And boiled cauliflower filled the air.
Oh man, find a note right away. Need wood. Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Narrator. I'll be right back. Where's your wood pile, sir?
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
I'll take the matches. Mind if I do? Beer? Beer. Fire. Alright, read the note. Gene's note.
Back then, in Africa and elsewhere, people were ready to take up arms to stand against the yoke of English imperialism. In Montreal, mailboxes were blown up, abductions were carried out, and violent manifestos were distributed to media outlets. But around here, in the great northernmost, all a man could do is curse out loud against a faraway evil and pray for the revolution to arise. That man, by any reckoning, was from that very stock.
Okay.
Rock music invaded the minds of men.
Led Zeppelin.
In the remotest of places. The man didn't own a turntable.
Good
though,
taste.
so
Good
there's
taste.
Going for him.
Bullet?
Ray Jean Blouin. Seems like that pig had a name after all.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay, this is a suspect, I believe. Zed Leopard.
Carl figured this recipe wasn't meant to yield a refined nectar.
Caribou traditional recipe. White whiskey, too much, isn't a valid quantifier for that. It's sherry cookie wine, eh? For adding mellowness. Hell yeah. No such thing, eh? A gin fizz. Gin, juice of a citron orange, I believe. Sugar, club soda. Or orange? I guess is that a garnish? Might be a garnish. Some cubes of ice, and I don't know what that second to last ingredient is. I don't remember that. A Long Island iced tea, cool. White rum, some type of liqueur, some gin, vodka, tequila, cola, orange juice, and a wheel. The orange wheel garnish. I wash dishes when clean ones are within reach. Gun rack. With no guns.
You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death. The rag reeked of fermented vomit. Carl wondered how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions. Carl knew right away that the owner of this place wasn't a copper collector. No, this was a junkman's base of operations. The guy definitely seemed like quite the expert in scavenging scrap metal, with or without permission, surely. In the right hands, red metal could sell like hotcakes.
So we found a tweaker's house, basically. He's stealing the copper pipes out of people's houses. And moonshining. Okay. I think you have the same name as a whiskey. That's funny. Oh man. Open? Open. Matches. Actually has toilet paper in that outhouse. That's rare. I don't think any of the other ones we've seen this entire time have had anything. Gun range.
With a homemade shooting range such as this, it wasn't hard to imagine a stray bullet ending its course inside the flesh of an unsuspecting passerby. Granted, Carl thought,
Bullseye.
there wasn't much in the way of passersby around here. With a homemade shooting range such as this,
Okay, thank you,
wasn't hard to
narrator.
imagine a stray
Thank you.
bullet ending its course inside the flesh of an unsuspecting passerby.
So that's all there is here?
Granted, Carl thought, there wasn't much in the way of passersby around here.
Okay. Guess we warm up a bit and then we head back out. Not a whole lot to see here. It's an ice cave up there. I don't know how good of an idea it is to go in that right now, though. We still gotta investigate some more stuff.
Carl shivered as he saw the emblem. The Patriot flag, used during the 1837 rebellion, and which had resurfaced in 1970s Quebec, flown proudly by the FLQ terrorist groups. This flag meant bombs, kidnappings, threats in the papers. It was a sign of rebellion. Carl noted that a distillery like this could be useful. In what way? That remained to be seen.
Forgetting I cannot pull out the map for some reason when we're on the snowmobile, but we more or less know where we need to go. Yeah, go this way. Pretty much just follow the road for a bit here. I think this is a place. Let's make sure really quickly. Take them out. Yep. It's a house. And then the last stop here is the doctor. We're gonna warm for right now. So we can just explore outside for a little bit before we have to head in there. Is that the house? No, this isn't the house that we need to get that key with the magnet for. So that key should be hopefully around here somewhere. Goes down to the lake. Already a fire going inside of here. Someone here? Hold on. Get the hatchet. I don't have the hatchet murder somebody. Hello? Oh, there is a person in there. Alright. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa, mon bonhomme.
Are we good?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là, l'étrange?
What are you doing? Tried to shoot me, dude. Can I come in?
Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi te dire, je prends plus de chance depuis que ça rôde dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt.
That thing's been creeping?
Si ça s'approche.
Okay.
Si tu veux du linge chaud, parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la ville, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou.
Warm
Mais tu
clothes
payeras
won't say
ce que
no
tu
to a
voudras
bottle of
par le
caribou.
dégainer.
Oh, trade caribou for coat.
C'est encore beau. Tout ce qui est vieilli est bien meilleur. C'est encore beau. Tout ce qui est vieilli est bien meilleur.
Oh, okay.
Gadon, ça ouvre la pantille. Prends-la, je m'en fous. Perds ton temps dans mes déchets tant que tu rapportes du caribou.
Yeah, man. Well, I'll bring you some whiskey. Hold on.
Tu le livre là? C'est le Wendigo. Ouais, le Wendigo. Un guerrier qui devient un loup pour se venger de sa grosse peine.
Tales and legends. There was a time when hate waged war. Hunters could decimate the great wolves who had taken our children. Our warriors could snap the necks of the cowards who had reached for our supplies. The deafening sound of rock and bone breaking was enough to satiate the hate, and the rivers of blood would express our remorse and apologies. Thus was balance maintained. Then came the whites. The legend of the Wendigo dates back to a time before what anyone but the tallest trees can remember.
Oyez, oyez, oyez! Il y a un petit gars d'écarté dans ma maison!
Oh my god. A time of great code and great aspirations, when the ships came and spewed men in their fire cannons. Plagues and spinelessness. Balance broke forever. The dead were piling up on our ancestral lands. Too many bodies covered in moss. Too much blood spilled on our stone. Our bone-breaking hate did not suffice any longer.
T'apparence comme mon caribou tarde.
I don't know why you're playing a game that upsets you like that, dog. You're doing this to yourself, brother.
Vois que t'as pas mieux à faire.
One day, a young warrior who had lost everything, nieces, brothers, parents, and hope, fell to his knees.
Hope.
In the middle of a small clearing, covered in the blood of his fiancée, killed after having crossed the path of some whites passing by. He had seen everything and called out to the Great Spirit, called out to him with words that came so naturally to him.
Tu marches, tu marches, tu marches. Tu sens les pieds.
Words that could only create a great river of blood and guts and a terrifying roar of screams. He called out to him for a force that no one had had before. He became Wendigo. The whites were decimated under the icy claws of the Wendigo. The great tide of blood even pushed a few ships back out to sea, but the Wendigo was not yet done with his vengeance. For as long as the heart of one of his fiance's murderers still beat on Cree territory, he would prevail. Oh, shit. We're gonna need a bigger gun.
On va finir par te charger l'usure du plan.
The elders say that it was the force of the ancestors' return to nature that turned the young warrior. In this clearing, where many ancestors have been buried in centuries past, the clearing now covered in blood spilled unjustly in a time where too many bodies were being buried. The ancestors heard the cries of the young warrior. Only in a remarkable time like this could the Wendigo have been born. His vengeance satiated, the warrior become Wendigo, went to rest forever. Frozen heart melted and disappeared, much like real snow come to spring. The storm that had befallen the Cree lands faded as well. There was much celebration. Balance had been restored, but the whites came back too. White hatred is never satisfied by rock and bone turned to dust. They arrived by the hundreds, armed with guns and torches burned in every village. Every woman smashed the head of every newborn, tortured every man that fell into their grips. Jesus Christ. Never before had unbalance been so deep for the Cree people, and ever since it has been told that one should be satisfied with the rivers of blood brought by hatred, despite the wrongfulness done to them, because the remarkable hate comes as far too steep a price. The Wendigo was never invoked again, but in the hearts of the Cree people remained the fear that one day a young warrior would once again call out with remarkable hatred, because they know, through the wisdom brought by this legend, that the Wendigo would prevail, but this victory would come at a great cost. The whites would come back, the whites would rule, none would be spared. Okay.
Gomme-moi la belle rose de la tulipe, qui se donne au yob sur le mercredi des cendres. Si tu peux effrayant, cette histoire-là.
Wonder if the old man will give me a shotgun.
Hey, la Corriveau, Batèche, ça te passe l'envie de te marier, la Corriveau. Elle tuait tous ses maris, squick, les uns après les autres. Pas de pitié dans le mariage.
Yeah. Alright, old man. Wait, what's this?
Dans mon temps, c'était comme sur l'image. On était vrai, fiers, forts, puis on avait le bon Dieu de notre bord.
Okay. You say so, but... Figure out how to make some caribou.
Mon beau bonnet du beau temps. Puis ma ceinture, où est-ce que je glissais mon flasque. Le monde tournait plus rond quand on s'habillait tout de même.
Open. Gas. Oh, bullets. Okay. Parts. Lantern. That equipment. That is equipment. Cool. Log. Fire starter. We can put that right there. Empty gas can. Dump that in there. Anything else to see around these parts? Does not look like it. Okay, we're gonna go look at the doctor's place and check that out. So that's like right before the bridge.
There, Carl had fed his mind, but had forgotten the harsh reality that his body also needed nourishment, especially in the dead of winter.
Did I? Like my brain, not my stomach. I don't see a hunger bar. I think it's literally just the health code and sanity, I imagine. It'll be fine. I went the wrong way, didn't I? We're going back. Ah, shit. Yes, we are. I've seen this icy rock before. What a reverse. Just sent a message that an email, excuse me, that someone no longer works here, but they left the chat GPT message at the top. Where the world is so done. They don't care, bro. They do not care. It's okay. Like there's anything out of the ordinary
It was
here.
so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Keys to the clinic.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
Medical emergency in town. The doctor there is sick. I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. Damn.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
That's an urn. Some lights going. You have a heater? Fireplace? Fireplace. Boom. Warm up and look around. Nope. Not in there. Oh. Balls of medicine.
The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
Wait. Was it the doctor? Wait a second. Yeah, that's her. Okay. Read these medical files, shall we? Unknown woman. I never did catch her name. The man called her Laurel? Lori. I'm gonna say Lori. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood, the bullet had done a lot of damage. Damn. Probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The man had found her like this, they said. I doubt it, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. Other one. Rosaire Armand. No medical explanation whatsoever could explain why old Rosary is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Oh, this is Sylvie. All of her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it, and I'm willing to bet her husband is not the father. Damn! Let's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart, though, where she would have an illegitimate child and syphilis on her hands. Okay. Noted.
There was no doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
William Joseph Hamilton. Haldy can't be cured. Chronic foot pain, can't walk long distances. Rich. I'll cure him of that one day.
Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine. Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus.
University of Montreal.
Inside.
A communist manifesto.
A communist manifesto. Only
Christ.
a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty. A chamber pot. Fortunately for
Gross.
Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Medkit, gimme. Store in a cool, dry place with a constant temperature, they said. Wait, this is wine. Can I take that to make the caribou? No? Because there's so much, I can't just take one. Earth doesn't look this big from here. The doctor is apparently fascinated by history. That's definitely
Someone had
evidence.
lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead.
My nightmare. With the scale? Okay. Alright, bud.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Attach wire. It's the,
For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems,
magnet.
the eye patch was the way to go.
On the string that we already have. That's an urn. Fire starter. Isabel. Oh, his wife's dead. Locking the door isn't enough. Yay. I think that's all there is to see here. Please use the other door. Oh. Alright, so it just goes back, the house, but, alright. Another lantern. Duct tape. Useful. Always useful. So we need to cross back over and then go left. Get to the other house. Let's give it a shot.
Carl felt like he knew the doctor now. His belongings had spoken lengths about him. But what Carl had heard worried him.
Oh, this is steep. Okay. Thankfully, this looks like the snowmobile is still working here. Where are we going? I can go right or left. I'm going up and left. Not gonna worry about that one for now. Swing a tire swing, okay.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty.
Wait, wait. Oh, it's right here.
A key. What could it be for? The
Got him.
garden shed?
At the house.
Carl
The
couldn't
other
reach
house.
it with his arm alone, but he had more than a few tricks up his sleeve to pick it up.
Random boot.
When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
Seriously. Yeah. Okay. Arm myself. Left the lights on. Okay. Huh.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. Businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
I'm gonna light the well, never mind. We're gonna go get a log and then light the fire. Draw. Talk. This furniture has been moved several times. Yeah, I can see that. Not on the phone. Bulb is burned out. Mirror smashed. Bit of reading to pass the time. Your starter. Unsolvable accident. Over the last few days, lack of resources found the death investigation of Pierre Blaise to come to a halt. The autopsy of the body, conducted over the last few weeks, didn't reveal any clue that could have helped the investigators. We refuse to comment on what would happen next. This new development is happening in the context of the hypothesis of an accident, which is still, in spite of skepticism expressed by the local population, the ongoing official cause of death provided by the authorities. The incident is said to have occurred in the forest surrounding the lake. Pierre Blaise was found lifeless 2 weeks ago near a footpath leading to the soon-to-be restarted copper mine. Blaise, an engineer by training, who was working on behalf of the consortium headed by William Hamilton, was reportedly in charge of development plans surrounding the reopening of the mine. At first, police had disclosed that the body had been desecrated. Today, the official version is that it was partially devoured by beasts, hence the original assumption that a crime had been committed. Okay. Got 10. Violet creature. The Wendigo.
Little
Wendigo.
Martin lay with his Uncle Pierre. There was a deep sense of bonding and pride coming out of the picture. Carl felt sorry for the man. No one deserved such a cruel fate. The picture had been taken inside the house. It was the same wallpaper. Judging by the smiles, nobody suspected the impending misfortunes. The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
Oh, that goes upstairs. Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms. Hold on. We can finish looking down here then. Cigarettes.
Money in a jar. What a shame. Carl would have loved cookies.
Bill?
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Interesting. Beer and steak. TV is left on. Only the tormented mind smoke in bed. Okay. Louise's diary. I fear the worst for Alexandra. He hardly gets any sleep. I thought it was from work, but it seems to be far worse than that. From dusk till dawn, he stares into the void. He barely speaks to me. His son asked him to play the ball, and he didn't say a word. In that way, he has to glance at the window. Last night I heard him mumble in his sleep. He's coming, he murmured. I don't know why, but those words left a deep impression on me. He woke up shortly after, covered in sweat. He couldn't remember his dream, obviously. He didn't go back to sleep after that, chain smoking the night away over the window. He told me to pack my things this morning. I wonder why. Does he himself? No. We're waiting, but for what? I think I feel dread. Oh, there's no more? Okay.
A window left open in that weather? Perhaps something had to be watched.
Drawing. The monster! Maybe they know. Was that me? That wasn't me, right? Something in the kitchen. A wolf! Get out of here! Why can the wolves open doors? And refrigerators? What the fuck? Oh, I do not like this shit, brother. Okay, things are getting interesting. Oh. Go from Martin. My sweet Marie, please excuse my handwriting. I'm in a hurry. I have to leave for North Manistan with Mom and Miss Roy. As they say, it's far too dangerous around here these days. I don't know much about what's going on because Mom won't tell me anything in an attempt to reassure me. But all I know is she has the exact same expression on her face as when I startle her. Dad and Mr. Roy aren't coming because they have gone to get Mr. LeChance. They're real heroes. My grandmother lives at a very big house in North Manistan. You should be welcome there. I must go now, quite literally. Your friend Martin. Chainsaw doesn't work. Okay, empty gas can. Bunch of flares. Hardware. Hammer. That's all there was? Really? I'm hiding up there, eh? Alright. Alright, well, I think we, call it here. We've seen a lot, but I feel like we really only scratched the tip of the iceberg here. But this is a fairly short game. We can finish this next week. Okie dokie. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.